Right, hey guys, here we are, hole 6. And I am very glad to see that wind. So that's going to make this wind, this hole as easy as possible. There is some possibility to go over to the right. However, with a wind like this, I'm going to highly recommend that you go left here, because this is basically setting you up to get this up there in position. And let me just see, maybe I can land like a ring or two long, so I may just push up just a touch. So I'm thinking in terms of ring adjustment there, 5. And as I mentioned, I am going to just try to pull up just one ring because I think I can. Aside from that, a little bit of curl, as you can see, very gently. Foremost, we need to stop this in front of the bunker. Ooh, terrible roll, terrible roll. It ended up being a good roll, but that's the only way that you can end up running that into the bunkers. When you get it to bounce along the roll, you can see it's going straight for that. So very bad break there. I got that really low scooter, which doesn't usually happen. But that is one of the main reasons to get over there to the left. We're going to be able to get home no matter what, even if we have to go max power. Because our drive's a little bit shorter, we're still going to be able to get there. It's much better than going this way, and you'll kind of see why. It's going to be very tough for my opponent to keep these shots out of the rough, and the biggest problem is going to be the second shot. So let's see how he does here. That's pretty good, but he left a lot of meat here, and that's where the problem starts to come in as to why this second shot becomes so hard. And that's why with these weaker bags, I try to go over here, and then we'll just try to hit some curl here. It's a much safer shot. So I'm thinking somewhere around here, and you can see with what I did maybe about 4 bars of topspin. I'm not even going to go to full power here. I'm going to go pretty close to full power. But what I'm going to try to do is essentially land like right up in here, and then just let that ball kick up there. And you can see with what I'm doing with my curl, we're just trying to, more than anything, keep this ball safe. So it looks like even that is just a tad bit too much, but it does hold on. So you can see I'm on the back fairway. It was just a little bit too much power. I was trying to guesstimate, not to mention I don't have a ball guide to really go off of. But you can see, and opponent here is lucky to have a Cat 4 as opposed to what I have. So my biggest thing is with the big dog is you really can't backspin this and hold this. This is a very hard shot to do. Kind of the better way is maybe some kind of top spin off this rough and just going no power is kind of a better shot than what you see my opponent doing here. I think he's going to end up clipping the rough with this anyway. He's going to end up clipping the rough, and then he has all that backspin on it. So you can see the mistake was made. Very tough to be able to pull it off going to the right. And you can see how easily I can get home in 2. I didn't have to go full topspin. I didn't have to go full power. So just imagine if you were a little bit farther, you can still get there. You'll just have to go topspin basically. So pretty safe shot overall going over to the left-hand side. And especially with weaker clubs, that's one of the main ways that I would recommend going, just because it's so straightforward and easy. Even with a little bit shorter drive, as long as you have, that Titan ball, you can get the wind up. We'll still be able to get up there by the green each and every time. Might just take some rehearsing, making sure that, you have the right curl amount, that you have the right top spin amount. Just going to take some practice more so than anything. So the more repetitions you can get in, the better off you will be. So keep all that in mind. Good luck with whichever way you try to go. As I mentioned, like if we had stronger clubs, I would be going to the right as well. In fact, in expert, in masters, I go to the right. The biggest reason that I'm going to the left is because I'm just a little bit weaker with what I'm able to do, and I don't want to have to, keep pulling out these berserker balls to really extend my range and make, it just really makes things a little bit tougher. But however, do keep in mind, if you do want to lay up and go to the right-hand side there with a berserker ball, you can go for that rough bump, very similar to what I do in Expert. So if you want to check out my Expert guide and at least see what that looks like, and if you want to go with the Berserker there, just to make sure that you keep the range, you'll be able to go Sniper Berserker, for example, and potentially rough bump that in for Double Eagle. But it is going to be spendy on your balls, and in the Pro, I feel like you want to try to avoid using as few Berserkers as possible because you want to save them for those later divisions. Now, I did use it on 3, but it's because, so on 3, why did I use Berserker? It's because I think it's essentially the choice between Eagle and Birdie. Without question. Like, you're not going to get the Eagle if you don't bring Berserker on 3. And maybe similar with 9. So I'm thinking almost 3 and 9, you might absolutely need Berserkers just to get the Eagles, where here you don't. So we can essentially get a workaround. Probably not going to make Double Eagle anyway. So we might as well just, secure the Eagles. So keep all that in mind. Good luck. I'll see you guys on the next one.